Okay, I need not the whole family in this. Okay. So be patient with me, okay? All right, so certain parts of stories are almost always there. These parts are called story structure elements. Using a story map when listening to or reading stories will help us focus on story elements and understand and remember the story better. This is a story map, okay? So we're gonna go through each of the boxes. So there's the setting. This box is where you put the story setting. The setting of a story is when and where the story takes place. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Characters. This box is when you print the names of the characters. Characters are the people, animals, or creatures in the story. And then we have the plot, is all three of these. The plot tells what happened and gives the story a beginning, a middle, and an end. This bracket indicates that the plot has three parts: a problem, a sequence of events, and an outcome. I know you're not making a phone call when I'm recording. Yes, what would you tell me?
I know problems. What is happening?
Yeah, it's
like something is bad happening, so you
or something that you figure out.
It.
Yep. Hey, and you're gonna have to speak up later, okay? All right.
Okay.
So the problem. This box is where you print the character's problem. The main characters in a story always have a problem or something that they want to do. The problem is usually presented at the beginning and continues throughout the middle of the story. Then a sequence of events. So that's just saying how things go from starting when you hear about the problem and going forward. Okay? So this box is where you print the sequence of events. These are the things that happen as the character attempts to solve the problem. They usually happen in the middle of the story. And the outcome. This box is where you print the outcome of the story or how the story turns out. The outcome is almost always at the end of the story. And then we have the
Theme,
yep. This box is where you print the theme. The theme of a story is a message that the author wants. Cool. That the author wants the reader to take away from reading the story. It is a lesson or observation the story is intended to teach. Identifying a theme is like digging for treasure. Sometimes a theme is discovered easily, and other times it is not. After we read the story, we will learn more about identifying the problem. Okay, so you might remember this story from a different one we did. So it's, bless you, Common Sense, an Anasazi tale. Before we read, let me share a little background about this folk tale. Anansi is a spider, is a West African folk hero known for his cleverness. Anansi loves to plan and scheme, trying to outsmart everyone. Sometimes Anansi comes up with a clever plan and finds smart solutions to puzzling problems. Other times he winds up causing lots of mischief. All right, so together we're going to read, huh?
I know this.
Yep. So together we are going to read Anansi's tale and fill out a story map. I will model asking questions and filling in my story map, and you will record information.
I need
Why? Can you go get him a tissue, please? Okay. Anyways, well, you're not going to write it this time because it's just me and you, and we're just doing the thing. Let's start by reading the story, the title of the story. Let's see. Can you read me the title of the story?
Common Sense, Anansi.
Anansi.
Anansi tape.
He just lost both top teeth, so he might sound a little odd. All right, so we're gonna write the title. Where are my pencil? Here it is. We're gonna write, thank you, Common Sense. And Anansi tale. Okay. So, let's see. As we read the story together, we'll be looking for the setting, characters, and plot. These story elements won't necessarily appear in order, so they have to be you have to be on the lookout. The plot includes the problem, sequence of events, and outcome, okay? Character. So The title of the story tells us that the story will be about Anansi. Anansi is the main character.
Yep.
So let's look right here on this. So characters, who is the story about? So who's the story about?
Anansi collected all the common sense.
Well, this just, I know, but what, no, I'm not worried about what he does. It's just, he's the character, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to write his name in the part of our story map that says characters. Anansi. Okay. All right. We're going to read the first two paragraphs. Anansi the spider was full of mischief. He loved to play jokes and pull pranks on people. One day he decided to collect all the common sense in the world. Everyone uses little bits of good judgment every day. If Anansi thought I alone had all this sensible information, I could sell it back to people when they need it. Anansi imagined people lining up to pay him for answers to his simplest questions. Anansi, what should I wear when it's cold outside? What should I do when I am hungry? This is a brilliant scheme, thought Anansi. I will have all the common sense in the world and all the money in the world too.
All the money?
That's what he said. All
I
right.
didn't remember about the money.
So now I think we have some information about Anansi's problem.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
problem. That's what we're looking at right now. What is the problem Anansi faces? What is he trying to do?
Anansi is trying to collect all the common sense in the world.
You're right. So I'm gonna print his problem in the problem box on our story map. So he wants to collect all the common sense. Okay, we're gonna start a new video because this one's already 7 minutes.